Hi everyone, I hope you're very well, but I need help. I have gone round and round circles around piano actions and keyboards and synths and everything else. I've done lots of videos on all sorts of things keyboard. Thank you firstly for if you've watched any of those videos and subscribe and all that. Honestly, much appreciated. But I think I'm at the point where I've realised with the way that the market and the industry is going, there's not any new revolutionary stuff coming out anytime soon. And I'm really missing that piano action that I need. It's just, for me, whether it's just a special interest thing or judging from some of the comments I've said on the other videos, there's lots of people who are really anal and special about action. You know, some people can just play a Nord Stage 3 all day and be like, yeah, this is great. For me, it just doesn't quite cut it. It's not a fault of the Nord. I think, quite frankly, the Fatar keypads are phenomenally good at what they do, which is they are workhorses, they're reliable, they get the job done. But they don't necessarily have the same level of intricacy and intimacy as like some of the Kawai actions. Of course, the MP11 is what I'm going to be alluding to. But even like the Roland actions, some of the hybrid actions that Roland have feel and play amazing. Yamaha, again, CP series, and the YC series, also phenomenally good as well, because of wooden key actions. And I think what I've had to come to terms with is, I'm never going to get an all-in-one instrument that has the best of all worlds. The Roland Phantom is probably the only thing that comes close in terms of having that hybrid wooden keyboard like hammer action, but then I'm going to be paying out of my arse for features that I'm quite frankly not going to get the most out of. I don't need a workstation keyboard as much as I could absolutely use it for what it's intended for. I think the onboard sounds limit me too much. I've got all my software, my sample libraries and everything digital, and yeah, so the whole thing has just made me come full circle and go, why don't I just look at another Kawai or one of these Yamaha like wooden keyboard actions? So, to go back to the original, why did I get rid of it in the first place? Well, it's because of, much like an actual acoustic piano, they need servicing regularly. Now, this is a fundamental thing of, and you could argue it's a flaw of that keyboard, the Kawai MP11SE. It had a grand piano key action on it, and the problem with that is, much like an actual piano, they need servicing, things can go wrong because they're so intricately designed, and yeah, that's just fundamentally the problem I had with it. The hammer hits a bit of felt with a little piece of slip tape, and over time, whether it's humidity, heat, force, there's certain pieces will do that to your keyboard. It needs replacing and updating, and this particular keyboard at the time was more prone to failure than some of the competitors on the market, but what came with that is you got a phenomenally... There's no way of describing that keyboard. The key sticks are obnoxiously long. They're like literally this long. But it gives you that realistic feeling where when you're digging into the key bed and doing your really fancy complex chords, like your D flats, your D flats and all those things where you've really got to dig in and not be playing on the edge of your keyboard. There's a certain point where it becomes quite difficult to play, and there's a certain resistance and all these other different things. So I thought, I'm going to not try and go around the houses with it, but I thought, I'm just going to look at one again. Prices are still reasonable. I'm looking there and going, it's an 8-year-old keyboard. Can I afford to pay like $3 grand, $4 grand for a Roland Phantom when I'm not going to get the most out of it? Hard to sell. So I'm thinking Kawai again, and where I need your help is anyone who's currently got a Kawai MP11SE that's been produced from 2023 onwards, could you please, if you've got one, let me know how has it been for you. I will ask and go through why in a second. So let me pull this email up. I'm luckily many years ago, compared to many years ago, I'm nowhere near as shy as I was. So I'm a lot more willing to do bold things. Now, this is going to make you laugh because this isn't bold in the slightest, but I'd heard rumours that they may have actually secretly improved and potentially even fixed the slip tape issue. Potentially. I thought, ooh. So I had to get mine serviced twice, and I was without it for like a year. The part was coming from literally Japan or wherever it was making the actual circuit boards because I had another fault. I got an MP7 circuit board and it was absolutely mad. But anyway, it broke my heart and I got rid of it in 2022. This will make you laugh. So I emailed Kawai and I said, I'll have to filter some of this so I don't dox myself. I said, hi there, I hope you are well. I've had several Kawai products in the past and very much love them. I had to part with an MP11SE several years ago, unfortunately, but I'm looking to get one again soon. I'd love to get another one in the next few months, but I had to get my previous keyboard serviced twice due to the slip tape issue on the keys. Specifically where the hammers land, there's a substantial change in the playability and or sometimes clicks or sticky keys, and it does make it completely unplayable, unfortunately. I said, has this issue been fixed in production, or the faulty tape has been swapped out for something higher quality? I'd really love to know before I purchase another. And I'd sent that at 8 o'clock Sunday night, just in a fanatical frenzy. A lovely person. I'm not going to out the person, but I mean, maybe I should. But it's a marketing product manager for the UK, based in Milton Keynes. Thank you so much, firstly, for getting back really swiftly. They literally got back by 3:30 the next day, not even that. Oh, sorry, that's the next part of the email chain. Apologies. It was actually sooner. 9:30 the next morning. Customer service, 10 out of 10, thank you. Right. So he goes, thank you, dear Jake, thank you for your email and interest in the MP11SE. I can confirm there is a new slip tape design used in new versions of the MP11SE. It's more resilient to environmental factors and therefore less susceptible to these issues. And then it talks about unstable environment conditions such as high or low humidity or heat will still, of course, affect the components as it would on any digital or acoustic piano, because what's the difference at this point? So we do always advise to ensure your instruments are stored in a suitable location, such as out of direct sunlight or high humidity environments, etc. I hope this helps. Kind regards. So I'm like, oh my god, they might have actually fixed it. Really funnily, I got rid of mine in 2022. Christmas 2022, I got rid of it. And then, literally a month later, they'd fixed the issue, supposedly. Can you make that up? Probably not. So, really, really, really interesting. You'll see why I'm asking about you Kawai users out there. But if this is true, theoretically the issue is not necessarily completely gone, because as he stated in that, it's so intricately made that you're still going to get failure. But it'd be really interesting to hear from fellow owners, right? I then thought, ooh, is there a way of then being able to identify if your model's affected? So at 1:30 same day, hi there, many thanks for your reply. That's really great to hear. Would there be any way of identifying when the changeover happened? Say if I bought one, could I look the serial number up and would I be able to confirm, say, past 2022, these models have it? I hope this makes sense. Kind regards, Jake. He replied back 2 hours later. Again, 10 out of 10. Love that response. Last time I emailed Nord, I'm still waiting on the response, not going to lie. So yeah, different story by the way if you're emailing Nord UK. Got back fantastically. Come back to me and said, hi Jake, I can confirm this applies to production since March 2022 and all new stock from our official retailers will be the latest version. Here's a list of suppliers. I hope this helps. Kind regards. So I'm like, here's the ask for you guys. If you got an MP11 from March 2022 onwards, well, maybe not March 2022, let's say back end of 2022 onwards, and you've got one, have you noticed or had any issues with your keyboard? I'd be really, really, really excited to know, because for me as a potential rebuyer, I think it's the only reason I got rid of it. honestly, it's work of art. Loved it very much. But also, there was some other issues that people were having. Like I had on the same board, the MIDI was a bit inconsistent. Like the velocity curves were a bit mad, and so on and so on. So I know there's people still having that issue, but if it has indeed been fixed, honestly, last night I was just going to buy one. If I could just buy one, I would. Honestly, I can't. In complete honesty, you know, I'm going to be waiting at least 6 or 7 months before I'm going to be able to buy one. But let's do some research. If you've got one, let me know how you've been getting on with it. Because I'm kind of in a position where I'm either going to buy an MP7SE and just get that lovely Kawai action. It's a very different action from the MP11, mind you, but it's about £500-600 difference. So I'm just going to take the hit, pay the bit extra probably. But yeah, it's really, really, really interesting, and huge shout out to this person. You're the marketing product manager for Kawai UK. You know who you are if you do watch this video. Honestly, 10 out of 10 for getting back to me and for engaging with a question that many people would have probably just gone, no, I'm not answering that. It's much appreciated. So yeah, the ask is, let me know. Have you got one? Have you developed this fault? Have you developed it but it's only one key? I'll be honest, by the time I was so down that rabbit hole, and it was, I think I'd have had it I got it serviced at 3 years, and then I'd had an extended warranty on it with my with the retailer for up to 5 years, I think. And it was around about 4.5 years I had to get it serviced again. Same issue, but also an additional issue that developed on top of it. So I'd be really, really, really interested to see if that issue is... I don't think it's going to have completely disappeared, but yeah, let me know, please. Would be really much appreciated. And yeah, let me know your journey. Have you gone around the houses with keyboard actions and then bought a hybrid grand piano? Those are a thing these days. Let me know, because I know there's some people out there like me who are obsessed by these tiny little things that feel, because it's an interface, isn't it? It's not just a thing you can chuck a note, you press a key and you make a note. There's a lot more to it than that. Although some people do view them as just tools. That's okay as well, you know. But yeah, please let me know. And with that being said, I will stop waffling. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are. Please do leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I know it's cringe-tastic, but that is how YouTube pushes videos and reach and things to people. So if you're not aware of that being a thing, yeah, that's why people do push it. And yeah, I'll shut up. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day wherever you are. Take care.